Me? Do you want me to start it?
No.
Oh.
Of course not.
Oh.
It's the most
I hope we're hot for this.
wonderful time of the year. Zach, can you believe it? Can you believe that we are on our way to Rupp freaking Arena for a top 10 matchup between the number 9, emphasis on 9, because that's the story of the week.
Yeah.
Number 9 Kentucky Wildcats against the number 1 Purdue Boilermakers. Can you believe it, Zack Geoghegan?
Jack, what is 9 times 1?
9.
I'm not saying, I'm just saying, you know. I'm doing great, Jack. I'm glad to be here. It is a beautiful day, actually, in Lexington, Kentucky right now as we make I think this is year 3 now for our little walk and talk. The University of Kentucky, 2? Year 2?
There's no way. We definitely did it.
Did we?
Did we?
I don't know.
Oh,
okay. Okay, year 2 of doing this. And it'll probably be the last because the University of Kentucky is about to shove me out of my apartment building and displace me. So that'll be fun.
Actually, that's a good point. We may need to
that
reevaluate.
That will change come March. So we should be able to make it through the rest of this season, at least, doing this.
But that doesn't matter right now. We're talking about today.
We're
basketball. Talking about the now, and that is that Kentucky is set to take on the preseason championship favorite Purdue Boilermakers, led by the one and only Matt Painter, one of the best coaches in college basketball, taking on one of the best coaches in college basketball, Mark Pope. Just the dandiest of all times. All eyes on Braden Smith, the preseason National Player of the Year, as good as it gets at the point guard spot. Quite the downer that we don't get a Jalen Lowe head-to-head battle with Braden Smith, but guess what? It's an opportunity. It's an opportunity for Denzel Aberdeen. It's an opportunity for Jasper Johnson. It's an opportunity for Colin Chandler to step up in his absence against the best of the best.
Yeah, it's going to be a great first litmus test here to kind of see where Kentucky's standing at this point in the season, although you have the caveats of missing 2 starters, essentially, in Jaden Quaintance and Jalen Lowe. But Kentucky's really just down Jalen Lowe because you're going to be out Quaintance for a while. So this is more, we're obviously going to put a lot of stock into everything that happens tonight. I mean, Brandon Ramsey and I are going to probably do a 45-minute breakdown of whatever happens tonight on our Zoom action show next week. So not to say that this stuff doesn't matter at all, because it does. Like, this is kind of how you actually, the first opportunity against another team. We've gotten probably 2 or 3, I think, other instances of them either playing themselves in pro day situations, blue-white game, blue minus, things like that. So you actually get to play against somebody else, and that always changes how everyone else plays because you don't know the tendencies as well and things like that. So, but yes, Purdue is deeply talented. They've got a ton of shooters. They have arguably the best player in the country in Braden Smith, a very talented co-star in the power forward Trey Kaufman, Ren, R-E-N-N, right?
Yes.
I think that's what it is. Yes, so very, very talented crew. I know Fletcher Lawyer's been playing with Braden Smith since they were like in 2nd grade, not literally, but it just feels like it at this point. So they've got great chemistry.
Interestingly enough, Fletcher Lawyer still looks like a 2nd grader.
Yeah, Braden Smith kind of does too. 6-foot, tiny little point guard, but he's a baller out there. So, yes, it's going to be a very fun atmosphere. I expect Rupp Arena to be packed, I think. It's already getting kind of busy. We're a little under 2 hours away from tip-off here as we walk down High Street right now. So I'm just jazzed up for some basketball that's actually not Kentucky versus Kentucky. We're going to get some real fun, and this isn't like we're playing a D3 team either. You're actually playing a real talented opponent, so it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I think that is takeaway number 1, the only one that really matters above all else, is that this game doesn't count. Like, anything that happens tonight, good, bad, ugly, none of it goes on the resume. It is we can, win by 30, lose by 30. Hopefully not that possibility, but anything can happen tonight, and it's just learning. Yes. An old friend
collecting data.
An old friend used to say, "You either win or you learn." That is exactly what tonight is. But
who said that?
Just
are you just pulling things out of your
just an old friend
out of your Kaufman rear end?
Just an old friend, but it really is just hey. But I will run my mouth if Kentucky wins this basketball game with down 2 starters, one being an All-SEC guy, another being a top 5 pick. Yeah, I'm going to run my mouth a little bit. But if they lose, and that's kind of where when we do our picks, that's probably where I'll end up going. But it's just an unbelievable learning opportunity. Oh, I almost fell. I almost pulled a Steven.
Yeah,
it's an unbelievable.
Not yet.
Unbelievable learning opportunity for this Kentucky team. As you mentioned, Braden Smith, Fletcher Lawyer, and Trey Kaufman-Wren, the three-headed monster there for Purdue. But two very interesting additions. Oscar Clough from South Dakota State, filling a void that they clearly needed last year when Daniel Jacobson went down with a broken leg. They really weren't able to replace them in the front court, and that was kind of, they were so talented in everywhere else but rebounding, but front court. Defense was a serious issue last year, losing Zack. So Matt Painter did an unbelievable job kind of filling that void while also bringing back what they, what helped lead them to a national championship game. So a lot of talent, but Oscar Clough is definitely the name that I'm keeping a close eye on. How do you think Kentucky is going to address not only Oscar Clough, but the 7'36" guy, Phil? What is this? The seventh guy that Matt Painter's brought in of this archetype?
Just plucks him out of nowhere.
How do you see the front court situation playing out?
It's going to be a fun game for an opportunity for Brandon Garrison to kind of figure his stuff out, kind of see how ready he is for this opportunity. Like you were mentioning, though, about Purdue not having their big guy last year like they normally do. They were in the 300s last year in two-point defense, like just very, very bad at doing that. Like their overall defense fell from being one of the best in the country to kind of the middle of the pack situation last year. You talked about Daniel Jacobson, who made the U.S. Well, or did he actually make the USA team?
He made it over Malachi Moreno.
Made it over Malachi. Had Malachi not had a minor hip injury, probably would have made it over him. So
I'm telling you,
we're going to say that was on
not close.
We're going to say that was on a technicality for Daniel Jacobson. So I'm not going to read too much into him, making that team and things like that. I would still probably take what Kentucky has to offer over him, just based on the tape that we've seen.
Also, on that note, Malachi Moreno's birthday today. He turns 19 years old. Happy birthday, Malachi.
Only 19? Goodness.
But I think he's going to be going into this game with a little chip on his shoulder. Like, I think it's the birthday vibes, but it's also, hey, Daniel Jacobson got that job in Switzerland for the Team USA team for the U19 after, I outplayed him, but he got my spot. I think there's I will be glued into the first Moreno-Jacobson post-up matchup, 5 minutes and 10 minutes into the game, whatever it is. It'll be BG, Oscar Clough, and then that second rotation of Malachi and Daniel Jacobson. I am getting the popcorn out.
Yeah, get the popcorn out, absolutely. So, it'll be a fun game for guys like Mo Diabate. Kind of, we've seen him play against teams that are this talented before and thrive.
Including Purdue last year.
Yeah, exactly. So, but just for me, I think this game's more about the smaller things, like you were mentioning earlier. Who kind of that three backup point guard trio, Jasper, Colin, and Denzel, who kind of takes over, establishes himself as being like, okay, if Kentucky does get into a situation later in the year where Lowe has to miss the game, how do things shape up? Being able to have something tangible that you can actually point back to and grab on and be like, okay, we saw this happen. Denzel played well, so we can feel comfortable running him at point guard later in the season, stuff like that. So, and then honestly, we haven't really talked about Otega because we just kind of know what he is and all that and everything, but the guy still did miss 10 weeks with turf toe. He's only had, 2 weeks now, essentially, of being back.
Yep.
Live practice, still kind of on a limited run, it sounds like, or at least from what Pope was telling us in the blue-white game. So I am going to be focused on Otega Oweh and kind of see. I'm not going to put too much stuff, if he goes out there and doesn't produce, I'm not going to be like, okay, what's wrong with Otega, but I will be
snatching his preseason player of the year honors off his like a chain.
Yeah, like a bad chain. So I will be interested to just see how he, does he look like he's in shape or back, is everything, does he still look like usual Otega? I don't need to see him go out there and score 20 points. I just want to see evidence that, okay, the last 12 weeks haven't necessarily hindered him. They haven't really screwed up his mojo or anything like that. Him and Jalen Lowe really haven't had too much time to get on the same page in terms of actual summer practice. So those are small chemistry things that will get fixed as the season goes along, but it would just be nice to have them out right now. Defensive rebounding is something that Brandon Ramsey's really been harping on with this team, and especially without JQ, you can kind of see how that could potentially be an issue. Brandon Garrison wasn't exactly, he's a good rebounder, not like a great rebounder by any means. Malachi Moreno's probably, at least from the small amount of film we've seen, is probably your best rebounder right now. So, and then maybe Mo Diabate right there. So how they deal with that against Purdue's size, because they do have a decent amount of size down there, will definitely be another point we're looking at. And then they just got a ton of shooters, Purdue does. So how do you defend that? How do you deal with that? Go Cats.
Go Cats, baby.
Defense was obviously an issue for this team for about 70% of the year last season. So can they come out and really stick to their shooters, and everyone is kind of on the same page on that end? So there's a lot of just little small things that we're all going to be following. Too many to talk about, honestly, because we haven't seen this team in live action against a real team yet.
So this is going to sound like a wild question, but how much do you think Mark Pope is going to emphasize winning this game?
I think everyone plays 20 minutes.
How much of this is a learning opportunity where both sides are just kind of throwing stuff against the wall to see what sticks, working out, lineups that are going to work, lineups that are not going to work, going big, going small, going shooting, going defense, going, how much of it will be tinkering versus Mark Pope saying, no, we're going to go win this basketball game?
I mean, Pope said in the press conference that he was doing this to win, when we talked to him on Thursday, but
a good coach speak answer, of course, he's going to say that.
I think him and Matt Painter both realized that, hey, this is an excellent opportunity to just try some things out.
Can we just acknowledge that the crowd looks amazing right now?
I'm kind of shocked they haven't let people in yet. What time do they usually do that? 90 minutes out, probably?
Hour and a half?
Yeah, so here in a few minutes they'll start letting people in, but what were we even talking about? Oh, yeah.
Winning. Do they care about winning?
Obviously I do think they would like to win, and that would be a nice little notch under their belt there, but I'm not going to be expecting them to play Otega Owe 30 minutes. I think you'll probably see some Braden Hawthorne and Reese Potter at some point. I don't see why you wouldn't want to do that. You want to give all these guys opportunities, and especially with someone like Reese and Braden, who probably not going to play or be in the rotation, but throw them out there against the number one team in the country. See what they got, This is kind of the time to do it this week and next week against Georgetown. So
the sun's going to be brutal.
Yeah, Steven's backpack is over here. I'm like, whew. You never realize how out of shape you are until you have to walk a quarter mile with a backpack on. And then you realize it really quick.
What's going to be the right angle for this? How about right here?
I've got the sunnies on. I'm feeling great.
This feels great.
We do have a great crowd out here, though, Foreman.
I do wonder if, is it going to be just tinkering and figuring things out for 35 minutes, and then there's a moment where it's a tie game with 5 minutes left, and Pub goes, all right, release the Hounds.
I think they would both do that, absolutely.
We really appreciate your work.
Thank you.
Go Cats. Thank
Love
you.
to hear
You're
it.
on it right now.
Yeah. We're getting noticed.
Come here. Let's talk.
Indiana.
All right. How we feeling? What are the vibes?
We'll get his name first.
I feel good.
What's your name?
Charlie Mosley.
Nice to meet you. How are we feeling?
I feel good. I'm just curious who's going to play tonight.
That's a good question, actually.
And
I think
how long
everybody.
The guard, what's the guy that got hurt?
Oh, Jalen. He's not going to be playing.
I know he won't be playing.
He's not going to be playing.
What about Always? Is he going to play?
Owe will be playing.
That's good. That's good.
Who's your favorite player?
Man, I'd have to go with a Harlem boy.
you and a lot of
pick,
people
absolutely.
around here. Yeah, that doesn't shock me.
Yeah, he's good.
How do you kind of approach this exhibition game versus all of the others against no-name university that we've seen year after year?
Well, I want to see them win. I mean, anytime I want them to win, but I think they're going to experiment back for a little bit, see who plays good together. And it really don't mean that much, but it does. So.
Doesn't mean that much unless we win. If we win, it means everything.
Well, if you're where I'm from, it means a lot.
Where are you from?
Indiana.
Yeah,
a lot of IU fans, man. And
Purdue.
And Purdue, yeah, but there's more IU fans. But where I'm from, there's thousands and thousands of UK fans. I mean thousands.
We'd love to hear that.
You wouldn't believe how many Wildcat fans in Indiana.
Well, it's hard to cheer for the Hoosiers now, so
we appreciate you representing, being here.
Yeah, I watch you guys about every week. I watch you. But every one of your podcasts I watch.
Awesome.
That's what we love to hear.
I appreciate that information.
Thank you very much, sir.
We appreciate you tuning in. We appreciate this fan base. So now that you kind of get the lay of the land, you see this. How rowdy do you think fans are going to get? I love the note that Mark Pope said that they pumped in fake crowd noise, artificial crowd noise this week to prepare the players for what this is going to look like.
Yeah, the pumping and the crowd noise thing is kind of a silly bit, in my opinion. Don't think it matters at all. But I'll kind of give the benefit of the doubt there. Maybe it'll help a little bit. I do think this place is going to be rocking. As you can just kind of see right now, it looks like they're letting people in now. So we've got a very excited fan base about this team, obviously. We haven't really talked about Trent. I'm glad he brought that up, though.
You look excellent.
You look great over there.
I love your jacket. I like the boot, too.
The boot complements the entire outfit. That's for sure.
That's Kentucky's uniform. I apologize. I called you Matt.
That's my dad's name. It's an honor. Matt Pilgrim, I heard he was a beast.
You actually look better than Matt Jones, though. So
hey, you heard it here first. Yeah.
What do you think about what's happening tonight? What do you think is going to be the final result?
I don't know what to expect. I'm excited, though, to see how this team's going to shoot. Okay. We know Trent Noah. They're saying he's shooting, 60% in practice?
Yeah.
Something like that.
Of course, Josh Carrier never missed a shot either.
Look at the callback. We
got a true fan here.
Josh Carrier. We're getting
I'm just,
playing the hits.
And, but it's just exciting to get back going again after what's happened in football. So I think everybody's ready to move on, don't you?
We're in a safe space. We're in a positive environment tonight with just basketball. We'll worry about that when the time comes. But, the vibes are not good on the football side of things.
Here's what I wonder. Am I off base in thinking they're talking about this point guard position need? And correct me if I'm wrong, but didn't we see Oweh play some point last year?
We did. We saw basically everybody on the team. Amari Williams played point guard, so it didn't really say a whole lot. But yes, he did.
Wasn't he adequate though?
He was fine.
Okay, that's what I thought.
In fact, I think Kentucky's best offense at times was get the ball to Otega Oweh and get the heck out of the way.
Yeah. So I'm just super excited. The defense should be. Wasn't that the big bugaboo last year?
Yes.
And I'm excited about that part of it. Obute? How you pronounce his name?
Diabate.
And he's known as a defensive player first, kind of. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I'm interested to see.
Like a Draymond Greeny player.
We'll take that.
Greeny.
Without the attitude.
No punching
but
teammates.
Although you want Draymond on your team, you don't want to go against Draymond. Like, if you're going to have, you would rather have him be on your side than not on your side.
Yeah, but you don't want 2 or 3 technical things.
He is
so much to be excited about. I'm just grateful to be here. And appreciate you guys. Like I said, I watch you all, just about everything you put out.
Awesome.
And so it's good. Y'all do good work.
MVP tonight.
Trent Noah. I'll go Trent Noah. That's a safe pick, isn't it?
We're 2 for 2 on Trent Noah picks. I feel
really?
Yeah.
Okay.
The guy we just talked to.
I was going to say Oweh, but that's too easy.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say, and I told my friend Randy here, I said the other person that I've got on my heart tonight for some reason is Malachi Marino.
It's his birthday.
Is it today?
19 years old today.
Well, how about that? I actually think he could be really important, not just tonight, but going ahead. I'm hearing some good things about him, that he's really looking good. Have you seen any practices?
I've heard the same thing. I've heard very, very good things. Enough to have a conversation with Brandon Garrison where it's like, hey, better watch your back. He's playing.
And I hope Garrison proves me wrong, but I really feel like Marino could be better. Actually, we think we could be better with Marino out there.
Yeah.
I think it would be good for everybody if Malachi is good enough to push BG, because I think he's, BG, it'll engage him a little bit more and let him, lock in a little bit.
Hey, it's all good. I just hope, but I wonder how that both sides will play this tonight. Will this be just? I'm hearing Matt Pilgrim is. It's not. Is it? What's his name?
That's my dad's
name.
Painter.
Matt Painter.
Hey, we're getting all crossed.
Matt, there's too many Matts. Matt Painter. What's his first name? What's Painter's first name?
That's right.
Matt. Okay. Is he going to play this just like an exhibition, or is he going to?
That's what we were talking about on the way over here. Is how do they?
Yeah.
How do they approach this?
I imagine he's going to play everybody on his bench. What are we going to do?
I imagine Pope will do the same thing.
Fortunately, everybody on our bench can play. There isn't really anybody you go on the bench and go, well, I don't. I would take, if we're playing deep into the bench, I think that favors Kentucky pretty seriously.
Some Walker Horn minutes.
What would be a bad result? What if we lose by?
If we lose by 30, we'll have some questions.
You tell me, you're the fan. What would be an acceptable loss in your mind? We know a win is obviously best case scenario, but what would be you leaving Rupp Arena not upset?
I want to see us shoot the ball well and play great defense. That's what I'm expecting. The shooting is going to be a question mark that I'm looking for. But if we play them within 10 points and we're competitive, I think I'd be happy.
Okay.
I want to win, but how much is this really going to mean? I mean, after all,
zero.
it's not going to count. The NCAA selection committee's not going to look at this exhibition, are they?
Right.
No. So that's what I'm saying.
That's why I said you either win or you learn in this example. But there's something to be said about if you lose, the game didn't matter. But if you win, you can run your mouth.
Here's the ideal. I want us to be far enough ahead that the crowd will be saying, Jack Pilgrim, Jack Pilgrim, Jack Pilgrim.
That would be crazy for a lot of reasons.
Why is there one guy on press row just yelling Jack Pilgrim over again? Oh, it's me. I'm calling my own shot.
We'd be so safe that you would come running that out on the floor and play those last 2 minutes.
Well, you better hope it's a 40-point lead.
We're talking about going deep on the bench.
Running some whoever up.
How deep were we talking?
We'll see.
It was great talking to you.
Great talking.
I need you to cheer loud.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah,
y'all.
great to meet you.
Now, what is your first name?
Zach.
Zach, yeah.
Zach and Jack, make it easy.
Zach and Jack.
Yeah.
There's
Stephen Peak behind the mic
Jack
there.
and Zach or Zach and Jack?
Jack always first.
Well, alphabetically, Jack,
God
but
bless you guys. I love you.
There's
Thank
way
you.
too much Purdue. I don't like how much Purdue we're seeing.
we do got some Purdue coming in.
A
here.
lot
Okay.
of, a lot of, or there. No,
Ooh, a Zach Edey jersey.
It is
over
a
there.
lot of. Daniel Jacobson is not Zach Edey, so do not just assume because they're both 7'4", 7'5", they're going to be the same player. I'm here to tell you.
Yeah, I hope not.
Way too much Purdue, though. Does that play on your mind at all in the wise words?
It does not, Jerry Tipton. No, it does not at all, actually. It doesn't matter one bit. Yeah, exactly. I mean, if I were a Purdue fan, I'd pay a pretty penny to come to this game. Otega Owe at point guard. We haven't really talked about that. I don't know.
Otega has apparently been the one that has been like, yoo-hoo, give me the ball. I want to be the point guard, and I think they've had to kind of reel him in a little bit.
Well, I know Colin Chandler has talked about it a lot. I just heard Jack's name being yelled, so someone's about to come up here in a second. Colin Chandler's talked a lot about in the offseason about how he was playing some point guard too, so we'll see how it all goes.
Cats.
Thank you, you too. I said you too like a freaking idiot. It's like, enjoy your movie. Yeah, you too. Dumbass. Talking about myself there. Anything else you want to talk about? We're kind of getting off track here, talking to fans and hooting and hollering.
Hooting and hollering.
Yeah. The shooting, though, I do think will be something to keep an eye on.
Who's going to be the guy that the game ends and we go, wow, I can't believe that.
I mean, I don't know who it'll be, but I know who I hope it will be. That's Cam Williams.
Actually,
Really
that's a
hope it's
really
Cam
good point.
Williams.
We need to dig a little bit deeper on Cam. Not a single shot attempt in the blue-white game.
We had one. It got blocked, and his toe was on the line. So almost no shots.
We are in need of some Cam Williams time.
Yes.
What do you expect to see from the Tulane transfer today?
Get himself more shots. I mean, you're out there to shoot the ball and play defense, so I think we'll see the defense. Like, that is going to, that's not based on shooting percentages. That's just on your effort. So I think we'll see that out of him. I do think he'll have enough opportunity to go out there and spray the ball. So, will he put it on the deck at all and try and get some points on his own way, or will he try and still, because it felt like in the blue-white game he was just trying to fit in. Mm-hmm. What did LeBron James tell Kevin Love? Don't try to fit in, try to fit out, or something like that. I don't know. This was 10 years ago. I'm trying to tap into my old Cavs days. But
old Damon Jones.
Yeah, yeah. Shout out to Damon Jones. Illegal gambling rings that are going on. Man, I'm really losing my train of thought while we're doing this right now.
It's okay. You're just so caught up in the moment. You know, we're outside of beautiful Rupp Arena for a top 10 matchup.
But I do want to see Cam get off a few shots, get him some clean looks, maybe get him some easy zoom action looks, run some stuff for him that can get him in a situation where he can be productive. So I think my fear with Cam is that a lot of it is based on others doing it for him and not him doing it for himself. So we'll see how that looks, at least in one exhibition tonight.
I'm going to continue the trend. Trent Noah is going to be our game MVP today. We'll share score predictions right now. But I do think that Trent Noah, I've heard from a little birdie that Trent will be starting tonight. So I think it's a big opportunity for him. I think he's going to make some shots. I think that head-to-head battle, Fletcher Lawyer, kind of the, get to your corner guys, shooters. I think we're going to see Trent Noah win that head-to-head battle. But yeah, I am absolutely thrilled. Is this a Final Four preview? Will we see these two teams match up again in the Final Four?
No. I'm going against the odds there. I just think that chance is too low.
Just no fun.
So are we saying the starting line is going to be Aberdeen, Owe, Noah, Diabate, Garrison?
I feel pretty strongly about that.
Okay. And then probably just rotate everybody in and out after that. Do you think we'll see, is it going to be a bring out the Braden Hawthorne, bring out the Reese Potter?
Probably some. Probably a little bit.
I think it should be. Absolutely.
Probably a little bit. And then I do think that like the last 5 minutes they're going to lock in and engage and try to win this basketball game. So I think it's
I think that's the main point. Is if there's 5 minutes left in this game and it is close, I do think both coaches will be like, all right, let's see if we can actually win. Let's put together our 2-minute offense here and see how things go.
Who will be the 5 players on the floor to end the game, not to start the game?
Probably the 5 that'll start. If it's that close, if it's in that situation where it's a tie game with 5 minutes left, I bet you see the starting 5 kind of roll back out there. Unless someone like Cam or Jasper or Colin just goes out there and lights up 10 points in their stint and stuff like that. So, but my prediction, I don't think we're going to see a very high-scoring game, to be honest with you.
Interesting. Okay.
I don't. Purdue's MO is kind of to slow the ball down and slow the pace. I know Kentucky is going to do whatever they can to really try and do the opposite of that. That's where I think it would really help to have Jalen Lowe, but since you don't, I think Braden Smith is going to be the one dictating the tempo, and that's just, there's not going to be much Kentucky can do about that, I don't think. So I do think that they'll try and slow things down. Kentucky will still squeeze out as many possessions as they can on offense and maybe try and get a few more through some steals and blocks. It's just good defense like that, get out in transition. Ooh, an Andrew Carr jersey. Don't see those very often, if
Shout
ever,
out
actually. So I'm still going kind of a high score, but like not really maybe, because I feel like with most Kentucky games, especially against a team like this, you would say it'd be in the high 80s, low 90s, something like that. But I'm going 81-79 Kentucky.
Oh, there we go. I love to
do
hear
think
it.
it'll be close, and I think we'll get a fun final 5 minutes.
I think the Jalen Lowe absence is going to hurt quite a bit, and that's going to end up being the difference. I think it's going to be competitive. I think it's going to be must-see TV, both sides. I think you're going to get kind of a spectacular performance from Kentucky, but an even better performance from Purdue, unfortunately, Braden Smith. I think that's just the difference there, head-to-head with Jalen. So not having Jalen, I think, is going to be the difference there. So it's going to be fun, but we're going Purdue wins 84-80, unfortunately. And it's going to be, an exciting 84-80 loss if there has ever been one leaving Rupp Arena. That would create the first exhibition loss since when, Zach?
Well, I can cheat because we talked about it before we went live.
I'm
yes.
late. I'm
well, I don't want to mislead. I don't want to mislead our viewers
here.
2015 in the Bahamas. Who'd they play? Steven probably knows.
I don't know. It's a Beta MX, one of those.
Oh, Yelovich's old team. Sure.
I don't know. It's one of those. Somebody said they're still trying to find a Grant Derbyshire jersey. Where can they get one?
The Goodwill, the local Goodwill, maybe.
Custom Ink. Shout out Grant Derbyshire. He's suiting up today, actually,
Cincinnati
against Arkansas. So.
Him and Kirk Risa.
Old friends reuniting with the friends down in Fayetteville. So
someone says Zack is a man of integrity.
Is that my mom? Thanks, Mom.
Yes, Zack's mom.
All right.
I've seen a lot of those accounts
we're
lately.
getting off of the rails, and this is a tune-up effort for us as well. So we'll sharpen up and hopefully
probably not
celebrate with a rapid reaction down at the post-game party, apparently downstairs. I think
that'll be. I'm not really
Owensboro
sure.
native set to release a new song called Lexington. Apparently,
sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure the exact details of all that, but I'm sure it'll be a real raging time, especially if the cast can come out on top. I mean, it's Friday night. The weather's nice. I'm sure they're serving booths and booze. So yeah, pop on down there. I think it starts at 7 to 10, something like that you were saying earlier. So there will be an opportunity to do that. If we have time, maybe we'll pop down there and see what's going on. Maybe for a rapid reaction.
Come join us for a rapid reaction afterward. Hopefully to celebrate a big-time Kentucky victory. We are walking in right now to a top 10 matchup at Rupp Arena. Number 1 Purdue in town. Doesn't get much better than that. Number 9 Kentucky setting up for banner number 9. We're playing all the wordplay.
I'm a man of integrity over here.
We'll see what happens. Enjoy it.
No legal bets for me.
And we'll see you on the other side. Go Cats.
Still hot.